What's going on, Jets fans? Just a random idea that popped into my mind of how to fix both quarterback and offensive line in the same offseason. Here's a scenario. You never know how it's going to work out, but I think this would be pretty ideal. Let me know what you think. So Aaron Rodgers, he's my number one option. He's probably your number one or number two option, but we're going to make him a Jet. Now, the Packers need at least one unconditional, can't budge, got to have it first round pick. Peter King saying it's got to be a first rounder at least, and then some more stuff, some good stuff. Okay, how about a first rounder, a second rounder, and a fifth rounder? That's fair compensation for a 39-year-old. So the Packers get a second and fifth rounder in 2023 and a first rounder in 2024. Boom, Aaron Rodgers is Jet. Now, the offensive line, George Fant, free agent. Connor McGovern, free agent. Dwayne Brown could retire. Let's say all three of those guys are no longer Jets. We're looking at this offensive line in shambles, but panic not. We have two guards, AVT and Laken Tomlinson. We're going to fix all three other spots. Here we go. First, we're going to look to free agency. We're going to sign a veteran tackle. We have Max Mitchell. We have Mekhi Becton. But we're going to need to pay some money to get some established starting experience in the building, whether that's Mike McGlinchey, whether that's Jawan Taylor, somebody who's not going to break the bank, not like an Orlando Brown, but we're going to bring that player in here. Now we're going to head to the draft. The Jets have pick 13. Maybe there's a tackle there they like. Maybe Broderick Jones is there. But let's say the top three tackles are off the board. And according to just draft nerds that I trust, there's a pretty steep drop-off after the top three, and then it's really deep. So there's not a huge gap between like the fourth best tackle and the seventh best tackle, and so on. So I think it could be a good spot to trade back. Now, if the Jets trade back from 13 to about the mid-20s, according to the Jimmy Johnson trade value chart, that would net them another second round pick, kind of where they were picking anyway. So the Jets could recoup that 2023 second rounder they traded for Rodgers by sliding back, and now they still have a first and second round pick in 2023. So we slide back to the mid-20s. Let's say it's the Giants at 25, and then you take the best tackle available, whoever that is. Maybe it's Anton Harrison, whoever you like. So now you add that tackle with the veteran that they signed, with Max Mitchell, with Mekhi Becton. Okay, we're feeling pretty good about tackle. Then we lost Connor McGovern. And here's a player, my first draft crush has been born in John Michael Schmidt's center. Now, some of the draft projections I'm looking at, they're kind of old. They're from like December, and they're saying, oh, he could be late second round, a third rounder I saw in Walter Football. His stock is gonna rise after the Senior Bowl. So if he's there in the second round, I would say go ahead and trade another fifth rounder in 2023, and then maybe another day three pick, another sixth rounder next year. Kind of like the Jets did with Breece Hall, and slide up a few spots and nab yourself John Michael Schmidt. It's worth it. I think center has become so undervalued in the draft. You see guys like Creed Humphrey falling, out of the first round. If you can get that high level center play, and you can get that on a second round contract instead of paying Connor McGovern, with Spot Track values him at $12 million, you can go ahead and get. Where else can you get a talent worth $12 million in the second round? To me, center is so undervalued, and Jets fans know how important it is going from a wide to Mangold. Let's get that franchise center again. You look at the two teams in the Super Bowl, they both have all pro centers. Not a coincidence in my opinion. So then that would give you your guard center guard combo. You have John Michael Schmitz, boom, your franchise center. In the second round, you have AVT, you still have Laken Tomlinson, and then at the tackle spot, you have two starters somewhere out of Mekhi Becton, Max Mitchell, your veteran that you brought in, and your first round pick. And I think that is a good balance of veterans and youth and some money and some cheap contracts in front of Aaron Rodgers. Just a random thought I had. You can't exactly know where guys are going to be drafted and who's going to be willing to come to the Jets. So, of course, it's easy when you play Madden mode. But I think I did abide by where the guys are going to be drafted in the Jets salary cap situation and all that. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Go Jets.